Live now.
Okay. Woo! Get down, tell your little jokes. Get down. If you think that you're too cool to giggle. Boy, oh boy, have I got news for you. Everybody here tonight must giggle. Is this going live? It says stop.
It's live.
Why does it say stop on the other side?
Because you're not recording.
Ah, look what I picked up. Get down, giggle, giggle, giggle. Hey, I just started doing that because we're part of the Femme Fatale show. And we're going to have everybody in it. You know something? I'm going to have... I can't even do things for fun anymore. Oh, great. We have a lineup ready. I'm just so excited.
We're starting over. We messed up. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Yeah!
Welcome to LASC's Open Mic Night, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, do not attempt to adjust your volume. I'm just going to be as loud and as obnoxious as I possibly can be. I hear myself being played back. Have you ever heard your own voice and just been like, I've heard my voice on a commercial and dropped a jar of applesauce. I was so irritating. I was so irritating to myself. And I still know it. I got this job. Listen, I was so late. I was an hour and a half late for an audition. You guys are amateurs. There was no GPS. It was something called Thomas Guide. I went to Catholic school. There was a sin against Thomas. I don't know what he did. St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Thomas the Illegal. I don't know. I just know that I had to do this audition, and the woman said no. And I begged her, and I said, please, I'm pregnant. And I was. And this is how it goes. Feel like your life is falling apart? Pull it all together with Manwich. That was me. But they had me read for the African American role. Feel like there's just not enough minutes of the day to know to do what you need to do? Pull it all together with Manwich. Same person. I did that. Isn't that amazing what voices can do? And they were so mean to me. So when I got there for the real read, they didn't know if they were going to say, are you the white read or the black read? What are you going to do? That's racist. I'll tell you what else is racist. When you do an audition, they say, can you do a black character? And I'm like, this is my black character. You're from New Jersey. You have hair like you're from Texas. And what we do have is someone who's really fantastic that comes here, that supports this school, that is your producer tonight. Give it up for Ryan Benson here live. You're going to see so much more of him coming around. And also, if you're interested in doing any type of improv, of course, be there. And, of course, Hadassah's newest star, the Queen, Malka. We now call her Malka Samantha. Yes, Samantha Linderman. That's right. Sam, you were fantastic. We did a show the other day. It was yesterday. I just feel like it was days ago, man. I was in makeup so long, and I was doing my own makeup. Okay, so that's the scary part about it, because you need glasses to see. But you can't put it on with glasses. And I just kept finding this hair on my face that wouldn't go away. And I realized that it's a wrinkle. It really wouldn't go away. Then I realized what you saw in my bathroom, which you might think is some sort of gadget. It's actually a contour machine. It's okay. It's okay. It's a contour machine. Take notes on that. And what it does is and I got it. I got it for like $10 and it was not used. And I got it at Trove. I support Trove. But it's supposed to give you, like, it stimulates you. And it looks like I was in a fight. I had all these marks. But I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it was the hair on my forehead that wouldn't move that was really bothering me. But I'm just telling you this because we had to get ready for a big show yesterday. And indeed, it really was. Without Samantha, I could not have sold those cookbooks. Really. And I would never received a lifetime membership to Hadassah.
I don't think it's lifetime.
It has to be. Even a year would be good. Are you sure? I can't do that. They gotta do better than that. Come on, man. They always get me. I just have to tell you, it's really hard.
And she killed that room.
I killed that room. I was sweating in my eyes. She was laughing at me, but listen to me. When your Spanx are rolling off of you, men don't get this. When your Spanx are rolling off of you, what do? You take a coffee cup, go to the bathroom, come back and tell Sam, hold this cup, I'm going to throw it in my purse. And she's like, you're going to spill it, whatever it is. And you're like, no, it's Spanx. They were not worn, okay? No sniff alert, okay? They were just worn and they were rolled down. They rolled. They're just rolling like a joint all the way down. They're going, which is not attractive, but neither am I. But I'm going to start off with a bang, a big bang. I want to start off with somebody who always surprises me, no matter what. Let's give her the comedy of the one and only Shelley Zorfus. Oh, yeah. Let her hear you. Oh yeah! Come on, baby girl. Shelley, we got you going.
Let's see, can I reach?
Oh, come on.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Hi, everybody. How you doing? I don't give a shit. So I have 2 sons. One lives with me and one is on the East Coast. And he goes, Mom, can I come over for 2 weeks? I said, sure, come on over. He stays for 8 months. 8 months. Do you know what that means? I have to pay for his Chick-fil-A. I have to pay for his McDonald's. I have to pay for his pizza. And you know what? All he does is sit there all day on the computer, on the Switch, on the Xbox. He never leaves the house, and we're in Los Angeles. One night I come home and I said, you know what? I'm going to take you out with some real people. So I take him to the Formosa Cafe, and there's a bunch of little tables, and the MC's on the stage, and he looks over there and he goes, oh, you're a couple, and you're a couple, and wait a minute, you can't be a couple, you must be his mother. I'm okay. My son shrunk under the table. This really happened. He was so embarrassed. So I'm okay with it. And this guy's making fun of me the whole night. He's making fun because I'm the oldest person in the room. But he went one step too far. He opened his mouth one time too many. He's on the stage. I stand up. I go, you talking about me? You're not talking about me. Like, I still swallow. So I look at him and I go, you know, if this comedy thing doesn't work out, I hear they're hiring at the TSA. Speaking of the TSA, I like to travel. So, but I'm not going through any more x-ray machines in my life. I've had enough of them. So she goes, ma'am, step left. So I step left, and I see this big guy. He has a wand in his hand. He's got big muscles. He goes, ma'am, step up. I step up. I spread my legs. I spread my arms. He goes, ma'am, are you okay? We're finished here. He's patting me down. I go, listen, buddy, I haven't had any in 5 years. Could you just give me another minute? And then I turn to him and I go, you know, if this TSA thing isn't working out for you, I've got connections in a little club on Formosa, comedy club. I could hook you up with the owner. So I like to shop, and brick and mortar stores are my favorite, which is actually Macy's. Macy's is the bomb. Yeah. I love it.
I'll give it up.
Yeah, you can give it up for Macy's. They're still in business. Let's go. So I'm perusing the aisles, and I hear on the loudspeaker, attention, Macy's shoppers getting married, join our bridal registry. Need fine dishes, fine china, join our bridal registry. I'm going, no. If they want to make money, they should listen to me. What they should be saying is, attention, Macy's shoppers, uncoupling, separating, getting a divorce, need a wine rack, a sleeping cot, join our divorce registry. So when I was a child, the year before last, we used to break into reading groups. So there was like reading group A, which was for the really bright kids, reading group B, which for they're pretty good, and C, which are duds. They don't do that anymore. They don't have those reading groups. No, they really don't. You know what they have? They have reading group A, the Abilify group. They have the depressive group. They have the Concerta group. That's how they do it. And kids today, they don't need to go to a therapist to get a diagnosis anymore. They don't need it. They're so busy diagnosing each other. They're going, oh, you have restless leg syndrome, and you have erectile dysfunction, and you're autistic, and you have ADD. They don't need help diagnosing. They all call each other something. So, tonight, on the way here, I found a real horror story. You told me not to be negative, but I have to do this. So some casinos in Las Vegas, the digital key stopped working. They can't get on the internet. They can't get into their rooms. It's okay. The FBI is working on it. This is a true story. So, you guys heard about Biden? He's running for office again? Don't give it up for Biden. How the fuck can he run for office? He can't even walk. So, let's see. I should look at my book, but...
No, it's off your head.
Oh, yeah. So the other day, I get a phone call from, let me see the name of it, from Climax Springs. So I look it up. Who's Climax Springs? It has 124 people. I think they made a mistake because from the time they named it that, if they actually had more climaxes, it's probably a larger population. Wouldn't you know that? So, let's see. So I want to talk a little bit about Governor Newsom, the governor of California, who thinks he's going to be president. I'm going to tell him right now, right to his face, you are not going to be president. You have destroyed California with the homeless and the garbage and the drugs. Don't tell me you're going to represent the United States. We're in bad enough shape. So I figure, you know what? He thinks he's bi-coastal. That's what he thinks. He thinks he could do, New York, Florida, and California. Newsom. You are bipolar. You are manic depressive to think that you could run. So I'm Shelley Zorfis, and you can find me on Facebook, STZORFAS @gmail.com, or locked up somewhere.
Shelly, I really don't know him. Put it back. Oh. There you go, Shell.
Oh, it's all in the wrist.
She's the original conspiracy chick. I make you work up here, baby girl, because you
Not a conspiracy, it's reality.
It's the reality, right? You got your notes, because if not, someone's going to take those notes from you, and you know what? Not going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Watch your step. Here we go. Come see, come saw, come see, come Z. Let's do it with the comedy of the one and only Kenzie. Let's hear it.
Alright, I'm up. Thank you, Shelley, for that. Alright, yeah, my name's Kenzie. Kind of sounds like Gen Z, except I'm not a Gen Z. I'm actually a young millennial. And nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. Yeah, I've been... What up? Lana, what up? Alright. Don't laugh at me right now. Hey, I'm trying to do my set. I'm trying to focus.
Yeah.
Alright. No, don't laugh. Whatever you do, don't laugh. Just please pay attention in silence. Give me some feedback after the set. I'll greatly appreciate that, okay? Alright, but do not, whatever you do not laugh. Alright. I've been going to a lot of events lately. A lot of events, like this. This kind of counts. Hey, all right. Oh, come on. Come on. Pick it up. You have to answer it. You have to answer it right now.
On speaker.
Speakerphone.
Who is it?
I'm not even looking. I'm just...
Who is it?
She didn't answer.
Oh, dang it. Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to do that. But yeah. All right. I've been going to a lot of events lately. Yeah, I went to a Barbie pre-screen party a few weeks ago. Yeah, Barbie, great movie. Ryan Gosling, so hot right now. But yeah, I rocked the perfect fit to this pre-screen party. I have the hair, right? I wore a cool Hawaiian shirt, purple, and then I chopped off my dick. It's pretty great. It's pretty solid event. Had a good time. But yeah, what else? Went to Les Mis. Y'all like Les Mis? Yeah, I got stoned and went to Les Mis. I was just in the back hanging out like, God, I'm high. Feel my hair. Yeah. You know that one? That one makes me cry every time. Every time I hear that song, I'm like, fuck. Yeah, but yeah, was it Les Mis? Yeah, I did this to my hair recently. Oh, thank you. Yeah, people keep asking me if I'm upset about a Quidditch match. Yeah, I don't even care about Harry Potter, you know. Do like J.K. Rowling though, you know, big J.K. Rowling fan. Saw she was in the news not too long ago. Something she said, I liked what she had to say. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the people that like Harry Potter, which is a lot of people, you know, a lot of them lean towards like, alright, I'm about to get into it. A lot of them lean towards like being anti. Alright. That's the Harry Potter fans. It's okay. I'm not rattled at all. But a lot of these Harry Potter fans, you know, they talk mad shit about religion, you know, especially, you know, the younger ones, like millennials and like Gen Z around that age. They talk so much shit about like Christianity and like, you know, like classic religious stuff. But then they like love Harry Potter, and then they like love Star Wars, which are pretty much just rip-offs of like biblical stories and other religious stories, and they follow these characters like it's the same thing. You're all just stupid. It's just stories. People that get upset about, I don't know. Anyways, that's just me. Yeah, I've been going to a lot of events lately. Yeah, the Barbie, the fucking Les Mis. Yeah, people keep asking me if I'm upset about my hair. You know. Yeah. You'll ever just get out of bed in the morning and you're just like, not today. So you turn back over and then you get fired. You know? It hasn't happened to me yet. It hasn't happened yet. Still got my job. Still got my corporate job. I'm working as a stockbroker right now. Yeah, for some corporation. Yeah, fun stuff. Cool work. Not as cool as they made it out to be in Wolf of Wall Street, though. You know, I thought it was gonna be cool, like, you know, cocaine, strippers, having fun, money. It's all the, you know, but really, like, half of it is just taking like anti-harassment courses now. It's just like HR took over corporate America. So, you know, like Wolf of Wall Street, right? Matthew McConaughey was like, it's all the fugazi, woozy, wazi. Now they're just like training you how not to be a Nazi. Pretty much. But yeah, it's not as cool as it seems. It's not bad. What else with finance? But yeah, people ask me like, how'd I get into finance? How'd you get into it? You know, and I'll let them know. It all started with a failed dream. Yeah, I wanted to do nothing but play baseball, you know, my whole life. But then I was like, oh shit, I'm not Dominican. So I gave that up, and I was like, shit, I gotta figure out how to make money somehow. I wasn't even good at math. But then my uncle was like, you know, their tutors are a thing, Kenzie. And I was like, oh yeah, dude. And then boom, bang, bop. Now here we are, you know, working in finance. Not exactly what I want to do, but it's a good job. You know, what I really want to do is I want to be a hero. I want to be a hero. I just want to ha ha ha. Yeah, I just want to help as many people as I can. I've been training for that by watching the Hercules movie, the Disney classic, you know that one. You've seen it, right? You know, I will go most anywhere to find where I. But yeah, I want to be a hero, but I'm stuck in this corporate job, and people call me all day long, and they ask me for things more than I can give them a lot of the time, and I just have to tell them, look, I know what you want me to say. I know what you want me to say, but there's just No chance, no way, I won't say it. Alright, come on, give it up for Hercules the movie. Alright, we gotta clap. That's a round of applause at a club, baby. But yeah, I don't know. I love that song. I wrote a bunch of jokes just so I could use that as a punchline. Like if I'm getting interrogated by an officer, you know, here's how I would respond. You know, there's a crime that happened, and now they need my information, and I might be a witness, but you know, I'm just like, look, officer, I know what you want me to say, but look, there is just no chance, no way, I won't say it. Alright, it's ridiculous. Alright, I love this bit. Alright, what else are we doing? I got 2 minutes. Okay, alright, I'm working out new stuff. I'm 29 now. Yep, going into my 30s. And I'm single. Oh yeah, times are exciting. Giving up on those sports dreams. So now, you know, I'm thinking about trying out for the Bachelorette. You know, I'm training for this day my whole life. You know, I've been doing all my 20s. I've been doing at least 100 push-ups a day. You know, 150 squats, 50 slides into the DMs. Getting ready. God, this is new. All right. Yeah, Olympic athletes, you know, they get a chance to compete every 4 years, which, you know, seems like kind of like tough. You know, you got every 4 years, you got to be ready. You got to train in between. I feel like it's harder to get on the Bachelorette, you know, because you've got a 6-year window in your whole life to get on that show. You have from 29 to 35, you know. They don't want you if you're younger, and if you're older than 35 and trying out, you're a loser. Pretty much. Sorry, guys at home. So I got a 6-year window. It's a more difficult task than Olympians have. Yeah. Oh God, I'm probably out of time. This is way too much. This is way too much new material. Okay. Anyways, love you all. My name's Kenzie. You can follow me on Instagram at KenzieJF. Let's keep this show going. Thanks for listening. And give it up for your lovely host, Sunda.
Thank you. Let's give it up for the one and only Kenzie. Where the hell do you think you're going? I'm only kidding. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're out of your mind. But you know what's great? That sometimes it has to be someone's first time coming here for me to see. And it's always fun when they make their debut. So we want to give a lot of love here for the one and only Bronwyn. Let her hear you.
Let's go, Bronwyn!
Yeah! You are quite welcome. It's a 2-minute wrap.
Hi.
Hey!
How are you all? Cool. So my name is Branwen. You might be able to tell that I'm not actually from here. I'm from a place called Wales, also known to Americans as that place near England where Ryan Reynolds just bought a football team. I've recently moved to LA only like 2 weeks ago, and as soon as I stepped off the plane, I felt like I'd literally walked into Barbie land. It's crazy. Talking of Barbie, apparently some men had an issue with the Barbie film. They just felt like it didn't really show men in a great way, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But what I find interesting is the type of men who have an issue with the Barbie film, I thought would actually feel quite seen and represented, because Ken dolls don't have penises either. Another thing I've learnt since moving to LA is this thing called Soho House. It's basically this thing where you pay loads of your own money every month to sit in a living room and feel inadequate. I tell everyone that I cancelled my membership because I just felt like the vibe wasn't inspiring my creative juices, but the truth is they just started charging for tap water. Yeah, I've moved to, obviously I'm not from here, but I live in London. So I moved from Wales to London because I tried to make it as an actor. I moved there about 10 years ago. And I don't do it as much anymore because I realised as an actor I was just missing a few basic things in life, like being able to afford meals. And also there's this thing that you have to do as an actor called networking. And I just feel like I'm not very good at networking, especially in the UK. It's just this thing where you feel like you have to stand in a room and pretend like you're a lot more important than you actually are. And in these networking events, there's often a lot of Gen Z people talking about their latest filmmaking project, also known as a TikTok video. Yeah, I do really respect the Gen Z generation, though. I think it's really cool because no one wants to work anymore, but they're just very honest about saying that they don't want to work anymore. I always think if a Gen Z person had to work 100 years ago, it'd go something like this. Hi, Brian. I can't make it to the farm today because I just feel like my chakras aren't aligned. And I know what you might be thinking. Who is this person that looks and sounds like a 12-year-old complaining about the younger generation? But I am actually in my 30s, and I think I'm just a little bit bitter because no one told me that being an adult is just about Googling how to be happy. It's very difficult. And also the hardest thing are the dating apps. So I feel like dating apps across the globe, no matter where you are, they're all really difficult. In England, apparently, there's a ratio of 4 men to 1 woman. And not to brag, but I can actually name all 4 of those types of men right now. So first up, you get Barry, the builder. So Barry's a 41-year-old builder who still lives with his mum, but it's only temporary for the last 20 years. Barry tries to match with you and you just think, oh, Barry, really? And then second up you get Steve. Everyone in this room knows a Steve. So Steve is a personal trainer at your local gym. And I don't know if someone needs to tell Steve, but there is nothing attractive about photos of your calf muscles. Just looks like a medical growth. It's not. And then third up, you get a Jeremy. So a Jeremy is the type of man whose main picture on his Hinge profile is of himself carrying a small child. And you click on it, and underneath it, it says something like, "Don't worry, ladies, they're not mine." As if women are meant to see a picture of a man holding a child and our ovaries are just meant to implode. But what we're really thinking is, well, why is this strange man within close proximity to someone else's child? And then you finally get a match. So you match with like an average Joe because you think, okay, he looks okay, and you start talking about things that you don't really care about, but by that point you haven't really got much to talk about. So you finally match, and as a woman you're getting ready and you think to yourself, there's probably like a 60% chance that I might get murdered. But then you remember the photo of Big Barry holding his drill and you think, surely this has got to be better. I want to take this moment to talk to you all about tipping in America. What's the deal there, guys? I mean, I'm not saying that you don't deserve to be tipped. That's not what I'm saying. Everyone deserves to be tipped. But in the UK, we've got this thing where basically it prints out the percentage on the receipt, and it's called a computer. It's really, really cool. Here you go for dinner with friends, and one half of the evening is you having dinner with friends, and the second half is a financial business meeting where you're trying to work out the tip. So you've got your pens, your papers, everyone's trying to work out how much the percentage is, and then you don't know if you've even done the right percentage. So you're on your way home and you think, did I tip 400 by accident instead of 40? Or did I tip 4 instead of 40? Now they're going to hate me. I can never go back to that restaurant. That was my favourite restaurant. Honestly, guys, computers, I'm telling you, they're really, really cool. I know some restaurants now in America, they do give you the options, so they print out the percentage. So you have option 1, 25%, option 2, 20%, option 3, 15%, also known as option 1, respectable human, option 2, half decent, option 3, scum of the earth. If you're going to click option 3, you might as well just not tip at all. I think that's me now. Thank you so much. And you can, at Branwen Summers is my Instagram account. Yes, yeah, you've been great. Thank you so much.
Oh, so nice.
Thank you.
Well, you make sure you come back to see us again.
I will, definitely.
Wasn't she fun?
Yeah.
Woo! You gotta have more fun doing this. Right? She didn't even complain about the the dysfunctional thing here we got here called a microphone. Look, it was adjustable until guys just thought that this makes them funnier by going like this all the time, but it doesn't.
Can't they do that at home in their bedroom?
It has something to do with their socks. Where the hell do you think you're going? Okay, she just thinks she has to pee. She doesn't have to pee. I know she doesn't. I know she doesn't. You're funnier when your bladder's full. It is.
Sorry, it could be.
It could be true.
Sorry, it's true.
But when you get older, you better go pee when you have to. Where are you going?
I'm just looking for the trash.
What is this, 3rd grade? Is this funny? I'm kidding. Don't worry about the trash. We'll recycle it after we sit back and pay attention to the one and Britain's own. You're not the only one from the UK, by the way. We have another one. I'm only kidding. He's from the USA. You gonna go do a few minutes for us tonight?
Yeah.
Come on, handsome. Let's give it up for Ryan. Ryan Benson. At least you know how to use that. That was a big step.
Ooh, this is what I feel like after a long night.
Okay.
Hello, what's about this LA traffic? That's all that get us. There's a lot of, I've been on that a lot because as someone who's trying to do acting, half of it is just staying in traffic. So I've you get used to it and then you just kind of sometimes zone out. And then the things that, that grind my gears, as they say, is the motorcyclists. You see them? What do you think of them? You think they're cool? Nah, I mean, it's like, it's like, I would like to be that cool, but I also like carrying things, and I also like, they can't put an umbrella and go. I don't think that'll work, but it's like, you gotta move out of the way. They go as you pass by, and then you gotta go, okay, I'm sorry for being close to you. And then it's like, I could, you let them go by, you don't interfere or get pissed off at them from getting at you, because it's like, it's going to happen one or later. Soon someone's going to T-bone them, and it's going to happen, so you need to worry about it. So the problem gets solved pretty fast. My phone is broken, but I'm carrying it. It's doing good. It was a sad day for me a couple days ago. I was recovering from a cold. It was a sad time for Ryan. A lot of just coughing and sadness. And then someone hit my car, a little bumped. She tried to blame me. She's like, I saw you on your phone, dude. I was like, what? No. And I was just weak, and she probably thought I was going through withdrawals the way she's like, you're shaking. I'm like, yeah, I'm not good. I'm not feeling good. And then I just kind of went on my day. Cause once you're that busy and stressed, you just kind of you can't take bad things happen. You just I'm like, okay, that happened. And then 2 hours later, my phone just breaks. And then I'm just like, I love it. And then so it's and then I had to, the next day I had a mobile game ad that I was in a commercial for, and it's 30 minutes away. I have no way to get there. Back in the old days, they didn't have phones. What, you had maps? Maps. I had to print out directions. It was a sad day. It was just flipping through papers and then just driving, and I got there without a phone. But then sometimes I figured I still kept the phone with me though, because I'm trying to get those good gene fades. It's weird. It's autism or something. I don't know, but it's not. I self-diagnosed. It's instead of saying you could just say you're on the spectrum, but you're actually just an asshole. So it's a really good excuse, because in a sense we're all on a spectrum, a sexual spectrum, an autistic spectrum, the water spectrum. There's different types of water. You used to tried soft water before in the shower. And you see, it's weird. We have hard water in LA. It shows how hard and tough we are. But we still purify it. We're babies. But we talked a bit about dating apps. I heard they say a lot of these lingo and stuff on these girls. They're what they're not down for, no hookups. And I'm like, my dick's not a hook. It doesn't bend up like that. You don't need to worry. I'll be fine. No one's like that. I mean, okay, maybe it leans to the right. We'll say a little bit. So, but. It's not that, they gotta just chill. And also they keep saying, no one-night stands. What's wrong with, you want a coffee table next to your bed? How big of a nightstand do you need? So, to me, I'm ready, there's all weird things they're trying to bring up. And sometimes on, the Bumble, the B one, that one's good because the girls are forced to talk to you first. Because most of the time they never will. So it's just putting a gun to their head if they want to meet someone that they have to first make the first move. And that's good, because they initiate things, and I'm scared of initiating anything, or else I'll be Me Too'd. When you look like this, like a mix of Johnny Knoxville and Beetlejuice, it's hard. But you want to embrace it. But I'm looking, there's like on Bumble, they have questions and stuff to try to make it seem like you're interesting. You answer them, but you never really read them. You're looking for the tits. Yeah. You reading the answers? Or after you match? Only after you match. Key information. My key information is if first they have to. If I'm not going to be okay looking at them, there's a problem. So, and I'm trying to be efficient. I don't got much time here. I only got like 10 minutes a day. You got to go to. So we're working on this one. You see how far it can bend? That's just from how long it's been going. But I'll find love one day, right, Kenzie?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I got new roommates. They're a Chinese couple. Guangxi is the husband, and I forgot the name of the other one. Her name, it's like Flo Rida. That's what I think. That's what came to my head, but they got a lot of food, and it's getting in my mojo. Mojo's getting messed up by it, but it's okay because they're nice. And they're Chinese, so they're cool. And you got to be careful. You don't want to fuck with them. On the mobile game ad, it was all Chinese people. And I know when they take over, they'll put me as like their clown, like little jester. I'll be there because I know a little bit of Chinese. I go, hello. Yeah, 我高兴. And then they would just make me dance. And then I'll be, well, you guys are all killed or put into like the camps. I'll be still by there. You know, it's survival of the fittest. That's what comedians at the back of the centuries ago. We were jesters. All you had was your comedy to survive. The king was like, "You're not funny, you die." So you got to just do that. And it's a lot of racist stuff you say. The king, you do what the king likes. And what's our king of comedy here? Sunda.
Yeah.
Sunda's our king. So as long as Sunda likes it, you'll be good. That's how it works. My name's Ryan Benson. Thank you for letting me talk.
That was great, Ryan. That was great. Let me get a boomerang. Not that you're not always great, but that was great. I've
had a few off ones.
Did you feel anything nice? Oh my God, it's so funny. Wait, you know what's real funny? Because people say, "Oh, where the hell do you think you're going?"
I'm just standing.
You're standing, okay. But when you guys been doing this for a long time, you're gonna start laughing when your friends bomb on stage. It's the best. They bomb. They make you bomb even worse. There's a comedian. What's his name? It'll come to me. He's Irish. He died. I wish I could remember his name. Yeah, right. Unbelievable. Oh my God, it's gonna come to me. But I just know that you can't blame it on them. He was doing my act before I was doing it, so he would say the words ahead of time. On top of it, so he was like, "You ever go to the?" So I'm like, I would say, "You ever go to the nail salon? They're talking about you," and he would go. He would do my whole routine before I would do it, and I know it was terrible, and I got in trouble for laughing, and I told on him because I was a snitch and I shouldn't have, and I was like, he made me laugh, that's why, and I'll never forget the owner said, "You're responsible for yourself. You have to control those emotions." It's true, whether you laugh or whether you cry, but you have to control that. So, as actors here in this room, go fourth wall. There's nothing worse than laughing on stage by yourself. You look so crazy. Like, just really, you're just like, stop. I'm just so funny. But so if that doesn't work, let me tell you what will work. The one and only Sam Linderman. Let her hear you. Sam Linderman, come up here. Sam, one more time.
I'll make myself laugh. I'm so funny.
Oh my God.
Give it up for Sunda, please. I had a lot of fun with her yesterday. We did a Jewish event. And as a child, she's already laughing. That's so silly. Okay, give it up for you guys. Coming out here on 9/11. I thought it would be packed. Nobody else. Everybody wants to talk about it until it's actually here. No, but we'll move on. That's all I had to say. You thought I was going to go somewhere. No. But, no, it's my turn. Give it up for Ryan, though. He's the best. Seriously. Producing right now. If you're watching the live stream, this place is packed. It's just like we're light clappers. That's it. We're just a selective large group of people. No, but it was a Jewish event. And my family home is across the street from our temple. So much so to the point where my mother wants to get the media involved in the sound violations. You know what I mean? Nobody's worse to a Jew than a Jew. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Takes one to know it. You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. It's nuts. And then my dad's all, and the rabbi's on another sabbatical, and we can't do men's steak night because he's vegan. I'm like, I get it. I hear you, though. I hear you loud and clear. And I'm like, Dad, but I thought we were cutting back on the steak. There's no such thing as an eating disorder in a Jewish world. Because it's always like, you should be so thankful that you have this food that you could have not had. And then it's like, oh my God, could you imagine eating that? I was reaching for a donut, and my grandma was like, oh my God, could you imagine eating a whole one of those? And I was like, not anymore. Yeah. No, and then you turn around and she's like, because it's like, for some reason, like one full piece is not the same as a million little pieces when nobody's looking. You know what I mean? It's like the woman of the household eating all these little pieces from everywhere, and it's like that sad feeling. What are you going to do with it? Yeah. My grandma is really committed to taking care of her husband. And I go, you love him? She goes, no, he's my husband. To each their own. But for me, it feels like, like 87, 89, like that's blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? Except neither of them are blind. But he's going deaf, which is the biggest blessing to all of us. For her, too. Because now when he's like, because he sits by the fridge so long that the light in the fridge broke. Because he leaves the door open so long. And he's a stone cold diabetic. Oh my God. That's the part. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh my God. I would hate to have that, though. Every time I ate something, somebody wrote it down. It would make me so sad. Okay. So, okay, I'm on my family tonight, I guess. I need to call them back. That's the worst thing when you're not calling people back, but then you know that they can just go to a website and watch you. And I know they might be. Not in like a I'm famous way, but like, like, I don't know. People watch me. Oh, no, I don't know. I used to be bald. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? When you shave your head, but it's 2021. It's not 2020 anymore. So everybody's still quarantined, but like you're allowed to go outside. So it's like you're not like just sitting at home and everyone's like, you're bald. That was a fun era of my life. I was bald and I was still like an honorary member of a frat. There's nothing worse than losing a journal at a frat. Am I right? We've all been there. Have we not all been there? But it's not a stand-up journal. It's like you think that life's art, so you're writing everything down. And then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, you're not really in the frat. You're a bald girl. In a great big world. No, so the first time my mom found porn on my computer, I say first time because I feel like it's going to happen again. Like, I feel like Apple Play is just like a click away from ruining my life. Like, anytime, I have an iPhone 12 mini because I was like, oh, it's going to be easier. Mini, like, if in any pocket, like, that's genuinely, like, I'm not like a software kind of person. But to me, I was like, smaller phone, makes sense, on the go. But now anytime I show someone something on my phone, like they grab the phone and they put a clip and they're zooming in, and it's just like I'll do anything to keep it. I'm like I'll turn the brightness on. I'm like putting it here. I'm like, it's not worth it. I just can't handle that feeling. I don't trust anybody with that. I'll trust everybody with my information, where I work, secrets, but not my phone. Because it's always covered in stuff, I don't know how people... This is so stupid. I'm talking about my phone being dirty, but it really is, like, I've never had a clean phone for more than a week. Because I'm on the go with that iPhone 12 mini. Go. No, so basically, I got this text from my dad, and it's just way too long. Like, not so long that you have to click the arrow, and it's, like, a separate... You know what I'm talking about. I had one of those recently. That was really traumatic. But it starts off and it's like Samantha, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Samantha, your mother, and I'm like, is this fucking Harry Potter? Are you fucking you're not from Wales? Like, your mother has found some hardcore porn on your computer, and I have never seen her this upset. And I'm like, if only that was true, Father. If only that were true. You think I can make her that upset? I'm flattered. Well, you got 20 years of knowing her on me, whatever. he was just scared that, you know, she was going to find his shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was worried about. I was like, just keep my secret. I'll keep your secret. Like, so I call her without thinking, and I ask the question. I go, well, why were you in my computer? Right? And she goes, it was falling. I'm like, it was falling. You press play. You took notes. You practiced. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it was falling? You're nuts. You're obsessed with me. And she goes, well, why were you looking at that anyway? And I was like, I just wanted to know. Mind you, I'm 17. Mind you, I'm like marriageable age in a lot of the United States. And the 2 tabs open on my computer were how to give a good blowjob and how to suck good cock. And I'm like, looking back, I see why she was so embarrassed. It should have said how to suck cock well. If it had said how to, you know, like kindly, financially, thoughtfully, like orally satisfy a kosher schlong near you, she would have been over the moon. She would have been like, yo, next year in Jerusalem. The blowjobs is what I'm saying. For the people. And then she said, Samantha, is this what you want to do with your life? With my whole life? And I'm like, Mom, I said how to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just flattered that she thinks I could do this with my whole life. And I'm looking up how to. And sex ed ended a long time ago. My old sex ed teacher died.
Oh, God.
I'm just looking for a reaction. He died. He was a bodybuilder. Would not wear shoes. Dated the cute Spanish teacher. He would run every day. He claims to have never done steroids, but it's like, bro, like, what are you on? He was in the Sexy I Know music video, but he was also in a McDonald's commercial. He's a huge vegan, whatever. Nobody had a heart attack. And I remember everyone complaining, like, oh, why is he late? That is not funny. That is nuts. No, but when we would get an answer right, he would hand us, like, supplements, like health supplements. I don't know. I love public school. Somebody asked me if I was molested by a teacher. It was a comedian, you know, like it wasn't a, you know, it made sense. It wasn't on the street. Have you or your loved one ever? Were you you look like, and I immediately, just without thinking, I was like, no, I was never the right race. Because we had this one teacher and it was like his whole wall, it was like UCLA and like, then it was rock and roll, you know, like mad cool, you know. And they like super like, and then it was just paintings of Asian women that he'd done, like Skirt in the Wind, like around the same age, you know what I'm saying? And he finally got fired because he had his shirt off on a Zoom class. And I'm like, that is so, you could have your camera off doing whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like he really took that extra step. He needed that. I don't know. You know those moments where it's like, I'm saying it's wrong in general, but the thing that bothers me more is it so easily could have been avoided. Okay, guys, I've been Sam. Thank you so much. I want to seriously thank Sunda one more time because it's I work for I'm the comedy concierge, and I'm traveling places and I'm performing and like it's all because of her. And I seeing her perform yesterday, you guys, it was really special. It was really special. So.
How crazy was that? Did I run through the whole audience?
They wanted you to do way more time.
I know. What can you do? We're here. Can I do it right now? Oh my God, we're live. We're live. They all want to see Lana, that's why. That's okay. I don't have to be here anymore. Just put her on.
Sunda!
What can I say? Lana's like, what can I say? Let's give it up for the hair, darling. Lana. Solid, darling. Give it up for Lana! Habibti. Hello there. You gotta come with us next time.
Hi everybody. How are you? Finally somebody raised this because I've been struggling to have this be my height ever since I came here. How are you guys? This is gonna be my last mic for a while. But so I want to make it count, but I don't really know if it will.
Yeah, it will.
It's because I'm Palestinian, and we are only known for bombing both on and off the stage, and that is not a 9/11 joke. I actually have to avoid all airports on 9/11. It's just not, even with my TSA pre-check. I've worked very hard to be seen as something other than a stereotypical Palestinian terrorist. It hasn't worked out very well. I used to act. I had an agent. It wasn't very good, but you know, when you start out in acting, you have to take like the low roles, and you know, they send you out for crazy things. But like mine were just like terrorist number 1, you know, like wife of suicide bomber number 2. Like I can't even be the first wife, guys. Like it's mean, you know what I mean? And then like my last one was like daughter of Taliban leader number 3, which is kind of ridiculous because you're not even going to see me. Like they could have cast you, Bronwyn. It wouldn't have made any difference, you know. But I'll take those SAG rates. But I was watching. I don't know if you guys have seen. Bless you. I don't know if you guys saw the recent video of Joe Biden. She knows. She saw it. Joe Biden in, I think it was Vietnam. He just landed there, and I mean, this is real. Like I was a little bit like, but I actually saw that they had to play him off like it was the Oscars. Like the leader of the free world said, "I'm going to bed," and they just like played him off and shut off the mic, right? Like, no, you didn't see it? Oh no, this is yeah. First of all, I'm super concerned about America. Like like who's actually running things, okay? Because like I know it's not Mr. I gotta go to bed, okay? Because like I'm okay when they play actors off during their speeches. Like I feel like, okay, just get it over with, get on, thank your God, thank everybody. But like when it happens to the president, like we all really should be put on alert. And I'm saying this as a Middle Eastern person because we all have beef with the government. So like you guys really need like strong people in power. So hopefully like the next, I don't even know who's in the running, but like the fact that Biden's running again, we should all be concerned. All of us, regardless of what you believe in, we should all be very concerned. Let's see. We just had recently. They just finished Burning Man. I don't know if you guys. It was a festival in the desert for a bunch of well-employed people. Basically, they go out into the desert and they cosplay as poor people. Having lived in the Middle East and having been to many third world countries, I find this very odd. As you know, we don't understand like spending all that money to be poor, right? Like you could just do that for free at home. But they went out there and they had some terrible torrential rains, and you know it was clay like mud and nobody could leave, and you know they were when you'd watch their videos, they'd be like, it's okay, the vibes are still high, guys. The vibes are still high. And you know, I can't help but think, like, this whole thing of going out and like living in the desert, like we Arabs like started that. Like we were the original desert dwellers. Except when we did it, it was just like some camels, some tents, maybe a horse or two, right? Because the nights get lonely. But you know, the Burning Man people are going out there, you know, RVs, campers, drugs, orgies. We had none of that, okay? And we made it work. But as soon as we found oil, as soon as that oil money hit, we got out of the desert. We built Dubai, 6-star resorts, because 5-star just wasn't enough. Okay, that's how ready we were to be out of the goddamn desert. So when we see, you know, educated, employed people going out there to spend their money, like, the only advice I can give them is the next time you're out in the desert and you find yourself trapped or you need to be rescued, just say that you found oil out there, okay? And the military will be there in 4 hours. We know this well. Although I was born in America, I did move to the Middle East when I was a teenager. It's a very interesting experience, making that transition. For example, living in America when you're a kid and, you know, your friends tell you they're grounded, it means that their parents send them to their room for the weekend and take away their Nintendo, right? But in the Middle East, it means your parents beat you into the ground and send you to your room till you're married, okay? Because they're strict, right? Like, we are known for arranged marriages, right? And like, that's a real thing, you know? Like, not like Love is Blind, not like Netflix, not like these shows. Like, that's like the cute Hollywood version. Like, the real version is like, I knew this guy from Pakistan whose parents were taking him to Pakistan for his cousin's wedding. But then he got there and he realized, shit, this is my wedding. And I mean, the cousin knew, but he didn't know. Because we don't have surprise birthdays. We do surprise weddings, okay? But for me, it was a little bit different as a woman. When the men would come to ask for my hand, it was definitely a memorable experience. When I think of like a man coming to ask for a woman's hand, like sometimes we think of like, you know, in Aladdin, Jasmine, Disney, and that's like the cute version of what it looks like. But it's not really like that though. When guys would come to ask for my hand, it was more like, I can show you the kitchen where you'll spend all your days. Tell me, princess, now why'd you think you'd be free to go outside? It's not a new world. It's the same shitty one. But I did make it out because I'm here.
That's right. Yeah.
However, I will be going back. So if I don't make it back, you'll know what happened. And just some advice if you do decide to travel to the Middle East as a woman. First of all, as soon as you enter into the country and you go through immigration, they stamp your passport, you must surrender your pussy. It no longer belongs to you. You are not allowed to use it for the duration of your time there. You can make payments on it. You can lease it. You still can't use it, but when you leave, they will give it back to you. So I'm hoping that I will be able to come back with mine again. It was very hard to leave with it last time, so hopefully this time will be easier. But it's, you know, I really wouldn't be going back there ever again. However, but my dad still lives there, and my dad is getting old and can no longer beat me. So it's a good time because I can outrun him now, right? It's a good time to go and say my goodbyes because I'm at the age where I'm giving up. So I think it's, yeah. You know, I found out actually, I don't know if you guys knew this, but middle age is actually technically like 35.
What?
Yeah, like middle adulthood when they talk about that in psychology. I'm just saying middle adulthood is classified as 35. Middle adulthood. So they made these changes so that we could work till longer, right? Because, so as a 44-year-old woman, I know that I'm not only well into my middle age, but like I am well into working for more years than I care to imagine. So I would like to end this on the note that if I could get one acting role, just one, it would be the role of a person that never has to work again. Thank you. I am Lana Sala. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at the Lana Sala. And hopefully you can find me back here in a month. If not, send the embassy. Thank you.
Hey, I'll find you.
He will find you.
I'll check every kitchen.
I'll be like, I'm menstruating oil. Come get me.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine we can convince somebody from Kentucky that was oil? That's Earl. I thought it hit something because it all came spurting out, and I saw the Beverly Hillbillies. That's how it all went. You guys are too young. When my family comes out, it's the Beverly Hillbillies. But All right, guys. If you guys are watching from Hadassah, we love you. And Shelly Zorford said, please make sure you invite her to the next Marjan event. Because all he knows, when they said Marjan, they acted like it was crack. They were like, whoa, Marjan, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I want to thank everyone who tunes in. Remember, people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know till you take it from
The page to the stage.
That's right. And if you need me, you can always find me. Find me, and I'll coach you. And Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ryan and Samantha, for keeping this place open. Good night, everybody. God bless you.